what is it about it that draws you to it? If it's for attention, that's fine and good, but that's not going to sustain you. You have to find, I think, an inner pleasure in doing it. Just like artists, painters. You say, why do you paint? If you're not selling paintings, well, they paint because they have to. Actors usually act because they feel like they have to. The goal I had when I started out as an actor, when I decided, okay, I think I'm going to pursue this as a profession, let's see where it leads, the ultimate goal was to be a working actor and be respected by your peers. That was the ultimate. And anything else that comes from that's gravy. But if you can sustain the pursuit of it and really find pleasure in the actual doing it, being it's a play that you're getting paid nothing for, or some part in a small movie, then you go, oh, if you can find pleasure in in trying to make that part, make it real for you, and so you're living that character. If you can find a way to do that, then there's great pleasure in that. Work comes from it, all the better. But if you're interested in doing it, I would say just get involved in any project. Do a community theater. That's what I did for quite a while. Community theater. Then you, if you're fortunate, you start getting paid for it. Then you start to work with more and more people, and then you go off, do summer stock. You go off and do a tour. And it's just, there's nothing better. I find that when you're being paid to do something you love, there's absolutely nothing better. But it is not an easy path. It's not. You can't just say, I'm going to do this, and then let's see what happens. You have to create projects, collaborate with other actors, screenwriters, whatever, or playwrights, and do material. I used to do, oh my gosh, poetry readings down in Greenwich Village, and I loved it. And a number of those folks actually went on and became writers. Some are doing a couple of series currently, and it was just from poetry readings because we were committed to the art, the craft. So pursue it in whatever form you can, and then the business is separate. Unfortunately, I think it's a wonderful craft and can be a despicable business, but it can be fine. You have to learn to balance those two. But as long as you're continuing to pursue your craft and you find joy in it, then continue. You often have to do many other jobs, as I have in my lifetime. There will be times when you don't understand a part, no matter how talented you are. And it helps to know, how do you approach this? How do you make it real for yourself? How do you tackle accents or whatever? And you will need coaching. But I would say if you're involved in so many different projects, we act on community theater, film projects, you still need to have some sort of coaching or training to give you those additional skills in anything. I would say I've had some really wonderful experiences where I've had to kind of pinch myself. I did have the occasion to work in this company briefly in New York with Allison Janney was in it, Dylan McDermott, a number of wonderful actors. But it was brought together by Joanne Woodward, and she gathered these Meisner-trained actors together, and for about a year, we would just get together and do scenes and do songs and do Spoon River and do all kinds of things that we'd studied with Meisner. And I got to be on stage with Shirley Knight, and I got to sit and down and have dinner with Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward and Stuart Stern, who wrote Rebel Without a Cause. Just have dinner. I thought, oh my gosh, those are things I could never, I wouldn't take anything for. So despite all the ups and downs, there have been so many wonderful stories, and people I admire so much in the field, in the craft, in the business, that I've been very fortunate to have been in that sphere at times. So, and quite frankly, I don't have any regrets. I wish some things would have been easier, but I don't have any regrets in pursuing it.